Hello everybody and welcome to the Tardis Zone Christmas Eve special. Hope yous are all doing well. We're in full swing here in the household. I've got the ham on the go. I always do the ham the night before. Less cooking and stuff like that. So the ham is on. It's been on about an hour now. So we slow cooking now for a good few hours until it's really, really, really tender and soft. Then I have to prep Cheryl's stuffing. We've already got the veg prepped. I've only got to do the sprouts. So we've got almost everything done. So I decided I'd pop on and we'll do two Doctor Who specials. So Charlotte said she can come on for one. So I'm actually going to do them in order that they're on the title. So you're going to be here for Voyage of the Damned, even though the next one we do is a Matt Smith episode. So I have sent you an email. So if you want to join, and also if there's anybody else out there that would like to join us tonight for any of the specials, you're more than welcome. I'm obviously watching them on my box set. So the first Christmas special we're doing is Voyage of the Damned, and it's one of my personal favorites. Obviously, it's the episode that features the Titanic. So this story for me personally is one of my favorite Christmas specials. And then, of course, the next one then we have is, because we debated this, what was Matt Smith's best kind of Christmas special. And most of us on the panel came to the conclusion that was the Snowmen. So we're doing that one as well. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get my DVD on the go. As I said, Charlotte, I have sent you an email if you do want to come on. So we're doing Voyage of the Damned first. If there's anybody listening that'd like to come on, that we've had on before. Obviously, I'm not going to take the risk of bringing any new people on because obviously, with all the drama that goes on, I can't take that risk, unfortunately. So any of the regulars would like to come on, you're more than welcome to come on. We have Queen Charlotte now waiting in the studio. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get set up now and put in my Voyage of the Damned disc. Take out my Christmas Carol one and put that back in its box set as well, actually. I don't know why I still have all of these out. I used to take good care of these DVDs a lot more than what I do now, I have to say. I just kind of fell out of love with Doctor Who for a while, as you know. I think the classic and some of the new Who era has been a blessing in disguise, and actually, made me realize that, it wasn't all bad. So, but still, I should be looking after them a lot more. I do look after me Series 1 box set, me Tardis shaped one. It's a full box. If anybody hasn't seen it, I'll probably show you, do a little video Christmas Day. I always do a little video just to show you the progress of the cooking and stuff like that. So might do something tomorrow. I'm not gonna say yet, definitely on. We'll see how the night goes as well. I might come on then to do the Christmas invasion, but I'm not gonna promise that because it is Christmas, supposed to spend it with the wife. So that's what we're gonna do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my PlayStation set up, get me earphones ready, and then we'll add Charlotte onto the panel. But I want me proper earphones. Where's the earphones with the two? Because I actually love listening to these stories. So So we got the DVD in. Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm off to bed to catch up on sleep. So wishing you all a great watch along. Please spare a thought for Alpha Omega, who has been ill with COVID, and we haven't heard from him. Yeah, or no, yeah, still nothing. Still hasn't read me messages, so I am getting a bit worried about that, because as far as I know, he lives on his own. So we don't know what's going on. We don't know whether he's in hospital, whether he's still at home and he's still feeling a bit under the weather and has decided to stay away from social media. But when you live on your own, see, that's the thing. It's very difficult to know. You know, for all we know, he could be in hospital, and as I said, it could be the other way. He could be just at home, just hasn't got the energy to come onto social media right now. But yeah, let's spare a thought for Alpha, and let's hope he's okay, because there is a lot of people worried. I haven't heard from him since the 9th of this month. I have sent him a few messages since then. I've had no response. I did ask anybody on Twitter if they heard from him, and nobody came back with a response of yet. So yeah, if you're out there, Alpha, and you're listening, you could just obviously, if you're still fighting COVID, we wish you the best of luck. But just let everybody know that you're still around, will you? Because there's a lot of people that are worried. Or just say reach out if you can. Or if anybody lives close to Alpha or anywhere near Alpha, you know, if you could let us know if he's okay, that'll be absolutely fantastic. Right, we're going to get this on, because I know Charlotte has to leave in about an hour. So if I bring her on now and get this episode going, she'll be able to watch the episode and then give her views on it before she has to go. So without further ado, it's the one and only Queen Charlotte.
Happy Christmas, everybody.
You too. Right, what we'll do is, Charlotte, we'll just get straight into this. So I'm just
because it's just two of us. So
yeah, so I'm just going to press pause there. So if everybody in the chat is ready, if you have our DVD ready, or Blu-ray, whatever you're all watching it on, if you could press 1 in the chat, please, that would be absolutely fantastic, and we'll get this going.
To be fair, it's been ages since I've watched this.
Yeah, this is as I said, I have a soft spot for this because it's obviously features the Titanic, and this is just after he's basically lost. Would it be Martha Jones, Martha and Rose?
Martha.
Yeah, Martha and Rose. So he's in a state in this one, until I do love this. So I have a soft spot for this story. Look, we'll see anyway. Is Charlotte going to give us a Queen's speech? No, the Queen. No, the real Queen gives her speech tomorrow. So you can all listen to that while we're watching something else, because I don't. You know, Queen's speech to me is like, oh, look at us, look how great we are, sort of thing. And I suppose that's what she's there for. But I don't watch the Queen's speech. I might catch bits of it here and there because people are talking about it. You know, because after every Queen's speech, there's always some fucking controversy nowadays. Because people are offended, you know.
Yep, so do you want me to count down? Because I saw a few
ones. Yeah, let's do it. I'm not giving a speech tomorrow, no. Yeah, problem being, go to bed.
Yeah. Good night, love, and have a good kip.
Yeah, go to sleep. I'll text you tomorrow, Christmas Day. I'll text most of you tomorrow, Christmas Day anyway, and I'll probably see you tomorrow, Christmas night. But go on, get some sleep. That's the whole point. You say you're not coming on, so go to bed. Go to bed. Close those doors. And then when you get up tomorrow, then you'll be fighting fit, and then you're having a dinner and all cooked for you tomorrow. So, like, you know, you'll enjoy it, and then we'll probably hear tomorrow. So, yeah, enjoy your Christmas. Good night, Lee. Go on. We'll talk to you. Right, Charlotte's going to do the countdown. So, without further ado, Quinn, over to you.
So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Go. Now, I do like this shot, I have to say, but it's very bright. But this is the thing. He had a habit of leaving the shields down.
Oh, yeah, he was bad for it, this doctor.
He wasn't he? Very bad for it. Like,
Oh, see now because a certain doctor has done the whole what thing, this just taints this a bit for me now.
What?
Yeah, because it's been so like a certain doctor. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Copied it.
Yeah, but he still does. Come on, let's be honest. He still does it best.
Oh yeah, it was his thing, wasn't it? Really.
We got Tim in the chat. He says, "Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas to you, mate, and your family, and that goes to you."
Oh yes, lots of Merry Christmas.
Ollie is stay safe now. Oh, look at the brasso. Did you notice the brasso?
What's the brasso? I feel bad. What?
Right, brasso is like a metal polish.
All right.
Yeah, there was a can of it there. I only know because my dad used to get me to fucking polish the knocker on their doors like with a bit of brasso. While he did all the other metal. Because it's seriously weird. In some places we lived, we had a lot of metal, so needed brass and stuff like that and silver.
Tell you what, you can, even though we've not even got to like the action stuff yet, just look at the confidence.
I know.
Look at how high Doctor Who was at this point. And like I said, we've not even got to the impressive stuff yet.
And this is just impressive to me.
But it's just the whole set, like it just. See that's not aged badly. That shot has not aged badly.
That CGI still holds up.
It has.
That's serious for CGI.
Yeah.
Like. And apparently, if rumors are to be true, the old sci-fi effects team.
Yeah, you're probably bringing some of them back. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, because they understand the colors, the vibe,
But they know how to make. They know how to make a striking image as well, don't they?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to RTD's return, man.
I don't know where I saw it pop up. It could just be the fans having like silly season because we are in that now. But somebody was saying like 50 million investment for like series 14 or something. I was like, wow, if that's even anywhere close to the amount of money.
Think about that'd be a million an episode. Say you did 13, right? You're still left with 2 million, right? If you think about $1 million an episode, right? If he's given 15 million budget, 13 episodes, $1 million each, right? And then 2 million then to use then to obviously tidy
like
the
promotion or
promotion and stuff like that. I'm telling you, man, Sony's money behind it.
And also let's be fair.
Think this is impressive. We're probably going to look at something and it's going to look like the space shit out of Star Wars, like. And I know the movies were bad, but the visual effects and the special effects in those movies, nobody can deny.
Oh, and look, we have Russell Tovey, who apparently he wanted as a doctor if he was going to carry on. This is Tovey, folks. If people can't put a face to the actor. I know him from Being Human. That's what I knew him from. But also, it's like you could just tell Russell adored Christmas. In all of his specials, he just adored it. All the campness, all the pomp of it.
You should never wear that black tuxedo, though.
Oh, it always means trouble.
Yeah. He wore it in, what was it? The Cyberman one.
Oh, and the Lazarus experiment.
Passenger 57.
Did they tell you why?
Yeah.
See, I remember these like angel things getting a lot of like people not liking them, but I don't think they're that bad. Because I don't think that they're just a copy of the Autons, which some people were saying they were.
They look like weeping angels, though. Obviously, we didn't know what the weeping angels were going to be like, but maybe Moffat was looking at this particular episode and said, maybe if I make them out of stone, take away the headpiece, we'd have some weeping angels.
Yeah, see, they're two though. I think weeping angels to me always look like they belong in a gothic like story, whereas these in here they're very robotic, aren't they?
See, the thing that worked about Kylie is the fact that she was an actress before was a singer anyway.
Yeah, so she can act.
Career in what was it? It was Neighbours, wasn't it? And born Jason Donovan and stuff like that. So she acted. So this is why this was a good move on Russell's part, because remember her music career at that time was doing very bloody well. So to get her in this at the time was
it was massive. I can remember the press.
And you could tell he was smitten with her, though.
Oh, yeah, but the more you look at 10th Doctor, he was very easy to sort of make... A pretty girl came up to the 10th Doctor and he would be flirt with them.
Yeah.
Which I don't mind, because it's part of 10's character that he's Casanova at times. He's a very dashing hero, so he could easily get his head turned by, I think, any good-looking woman.
So I mean, Kylie was convincing there. She can act.
Oh yeah, near the end, especially when obviously her fate he saves her technically. That's a really good scene she does near the end.
Yeah. That's what Russell needs to do again, though. You know, not repeat history, because it won't work, because Doctor Who does need to move forward and move on. But when you're bringing stars in like this, like, it was always a big deal. Look at under the curtains regime, let's just say. Look, I mean, look at the guest stars that they have had. They've had some pretty amazing guest stars.
Yeah, but they just waste them.
They utilize them at all, even in promotion. Like, they might get them to do a little video on their YouTube channel, or on their Twitter account, or here's a little interview with the actor that's going to be in the episode. But nothing huge, Kylie, as you said, that when that announcement was made that she was going to be in it, like, that was huge. She was all over.
And I can remember as well, it didn't feel out of place that they could get her as well. No. It's like, it wasn't like, oh wow, they've got Kylie. It was like, oh yeah, they've got Kylie. Do you know, like, it didn't feel like they were reaching above their station in a sense. At that
stage, we believed Doctor Who could do acting.
Yes, we could.
I think Doctor Who fans as well were quite confident. Like, if you could pull in the likes of Kylie Minogue, like, the potential of other guest stars and stuff was unreal. It's sad.
Yeah, Doctor Who had almost a cockiness about it, didn't it?
Yeah.
Like, a deserved cockiness, but it was almost a cockiness.
Under RTD, yes. Under Moffat, it still had the cockiness, but the problem was with him is he was also cocky. Whereas RTD, I think, never got too big for his boots. He understood as well, which I think we should give him credit for, even though he was replaced by Stephen Moffat. I will give him credit where credit is due. He knew that he was getting stale himself, and he knew he had done what he could do with Doctor Who at that time, and he bowed out instead of staying there. Whereas Stephen Moffat,
Stayed too long.
seasons, okay, for season 5 is still is great, right? In between that is rubbish, and I think he kind of gets it. I have a soft spot for Peter Capaldi's 4th series. I'm not going to lie, and I do like Series 9. I know it's hated by a lot of people, but Series 10, Series 5, and Series 10 to me are the two series where I think Stephen Moffat actually got it right on all levels. Whereas in between that, he made a lot of mistakes. But he was cocky. He believed in his own hype, whereas RTD never did. He's always humble. Even in his interview recently, he's humble. He was talking about it's a sin as well, thinking he didn't think anybody would watch a show like that. And then obviously he was surprised. So I think he's got that out of his system. I think he's coming back to Doctor Who at a nice time with the budget now behind him, because he always said that he never had the budget.
This is you could see he wanted.
Now. This is RTD with a budget now, and he's writing since he's left Doctor Who, has won multiple awards. We're getting a more mature RTD. I'm telling you, with Sony's backing, BBC Productions is still there, but they won't have any
really studios who have the bigger say.
Media and promotional arm. And then you've got Bad Wolf Productions leading it with the backing of Sony money and the budget that they have. And this is the first time we see Wilf.
Oh, yeah, we got Wilf.
This is the first time, folks, we see Wilf. And little did we know.
Yeah, he was going to become like a fan favourite.
Yeah, a fan favourite. Even in this scene, you could tell that RTD was thinking.
Well, that's the thing with RTD. He knew he would test out actors or actresses in like an episode, a very small part, and he knew the ones that had legs, so he'd bring them back. He did it multiple times. He did that with Gwen's actress. He did it with Wilf. He did it with quite a few. Like Catherine Tate, like she started off as like a celebrity guest spot basically, and then she became a companion. So he was very good at that.
Her one was controversial because I liked her, right? I guess she was loud in The Runaway Bride, which
she was.
Right? And she was very intimidating. But I think that was the point, because if you look at her character development then from onwards in Series 4, then when she finally meets up with the Doctor, she's travelled the world. She's done all the things that she said she was going to do, but she still feels empty. And then she starts looking for the Doctor. And then you even see in the early episodes, she's still a bit loud, but by the time then they get to I think it's the Fires of Pompeii, where I think Just Save Anybody, it's that line, and it's the way she talks to him. And then he understands then, and she's changed as well. I mean, by the time we get to Turn Left as well, you see she's completely changed. Like, our mother is still I still never liked Sylvia.
You weren't supposed to, though. See, and just this sort of stuff, like even if you're not a monarchy sort of person, you can just feel Russell enjoying Britishness.
Listen, I'm Irish, right? I love this pomp and ceremony. It's the one thing that makes Doctor Who stand out, in my opinion.
Well, it's what makes it British. That's my point. Yeah, with Russell, it really felt like a British show.
I fell in love with it because it was Doctor Who. I don't care if it has British flags. Look, Jesus Christ, the alien one with the Dalek one with Matt Smith. I mean, that can't be so. Moffat went overboard as well with the Daleks and Churchill and all of that. But it was fun, and all that British pomp and ceremony is part of it, and that's the way
that's the thing though. It makes it different from a lot of the American sci-fi, and I think Doctor Who always needs to feel British.
It should, and that's why I always say, right, even though now it's been co-produced now, which I think is the best thing for the longevity of the show and the future of the show, security, right? But it must stay distinctly British.
Yeah, but Bad Wolf is British. That's the thing. Yeah. It might have American money technically, trickling through.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about the show itself, though. The way the way RTD has wrote it, he mustn't get away from that Britishness, because I think under the current showrunner, look at his actually. If you break it up and you look at it now, what is there really Britishness about that?
Oh, there's nothing.
There's nothing. Let's be honest. These fans are anti-monarchy. They're anti-Brit. They're anti. You know what I mean? They want the Republic and all of this fucking rubbish. Like, leave it out. Britain stands out for a reason, you idiots. You just want to take that away. Even I understand that as an Irishman. I don't like the British Empire, I never did. I think it was a horrible fucking thing. But he's accomplished great fucking things. It's just, I just don't understand today's society, Charlotte. You know? But
history is bad. No, that's all you need to know, to put it in the most layman's terms. History is bad. What we've done in our past, we have to forget or act like it never happened.
Look, am I under any illusion that history is skewed by certain countries and they have their own version of history? We all know that they do. The job of a historian, though, is to get all those pieces of the jigsaw from every different perspective, right?
Yeah.
And then come up with the actual, you know, the actual right part of history. But even now that's happening, like they're trying to twist and elevate certain people within history just for the sake of it. Now, I do know there was a lot of people, nobody can deny this, there is a lot of people that we're only finding out recently, you know, there's that, I don't know if you've seen that Cumberbatch movie, The Enigma. Is it The Enigma? The one with the machines?
No, he did that a couple of years ago, didn't he?
Yeah, right. So here's the thing, right? Brilliant movie. But that guy was erased from history because he was gay.
Oh, yeah.
But he was the one that broke the German code, right? So that's how the Brits won the war, really, because of him. Because of this bleeding thing that he created that was able to read German messages that were in code, right? And he shortened the war. Now, they had information about German attacks before they actually happened, and they let some of them happen. Hence the episode in Sherlock with the aeroplane with all the dead people on it.
Oh, yeah, that's what that thing was.
The 007 thing. That's what that's in reference to them incidents back then in World War II. The Brits actually had future knowledge of targets that were going to be hit, but they allowed them to be hit because it was all... See, you have to understand war. And during war, difficult decisions have to be made. And it's all about strategy. And, you know, if the Germans had found out that they broke the code, then what would have happened then is the Germans would have changed the code and they would have having to start from scratch again. And it was
it's all about keeping your advantage as long as you can.
Keep your advantage. So you let small things happen, you know, because for the greater good sort of thing. But listen, that fella was erased from history, right? And the reason why he was erased from history because he happened to be a gay man. Now he's married to a woman. She knew that he was gay. He ended up being chemically castrated by the court. He chose chemical castration over prison or something like that. And then within a few years, then he committed suicide. But he was erased from actual history. He actually shortened the war.
Oh yeah, no, and that's the thing though. Stuff like that just needs to be highlighted.
Yeah.
But it's like you said, it's this weird want to act like our society was has always been this lovely, progressive.
Societies are very proud, right? There's a way about you, and homosexuality back in back in those times was frowned upon, and wrongly so. But it was that's just the way it was in society at that time, right? But even the cop that kind of, because when you watch the movie, even the cop that kind of finds out and all, and he tells him the story, Cumberbatch is telling him the story basically in this interview room, and then it goes back and shows you what actually happened in the movie. And you can see that the cop is sympathetic because he does realise that this guy is actually a fucking national hero. But because homosexuality is against the law, he has to do his job. Like it's fucking horrible. And Cumberbatch plays it so well. And your man, Why he was, I don't get that. But look, that happens in every country, it's not just Britain. But that's what I'm saying. Historians' jobs are to be the objective ones, to be the non-biased ones, to be neutral and give us a true course of what's happened in history. But what's happened is a lot of these academics now are swinging to the left, as we say, or have been infiltrated by the left. So now certain people within history are being elevated at the expense of others. And I won't mention because I don't want to get into trouble here, but you know what I'm talking about. But
Oh yeah, people know what we're talking about.
This is my favourite saying coming up now.
Oh, this is the one that just people use gifs whenever they want to say Chibnall's an idiot.
Yeah, this is the speech now.
Well, now we're fully in disaster movie mode, aren't we? We sort of had the nice, quiet-ish opening. It was all nice and a bit, like I said, a bit Christmassy and everything's lovely, and now we're in full-on disaster.
I did like this fella, and he dies straight away, though. That's the thing. I did actually like him. And he's only in it for a few minutes. You only see him for a couple of minutes in a couple of scenes.
That's Russell's writing.
Yeah. And then he dies and you feel for it, like, no.
Whereas when Chibnall does it, it's like, I'm sorry, what? They're dead now? Okay.
Yeah, I do agree with you to that guy. I'm not saying that all left-minded people. Look, I'm not right-wing either, but I would be considered by most of these people that hate me, right? But what I am is basically, if the left have a good idea, and I think it's for the betterment of society, I'm down with it. Same with the right, same with the centre, left, centre, right, centre. Like, I don't have a political preference, to be quite honest with you. I just want, for me personally, I just want it to be better in society for everybody. And I mean everybody, right? But the
problem is a minority are being very loud and they're causing all the problems.
The way they're going about it is wrong. We can have a fair society for men, women, of all genders, all sexes, all skin colour, all races, whatever you want to call it, right? We really can. We can strive there. Look at the amazing things that we've accomplished throughout our history, right? We're not all bad. We have done some amazing things. We can get to a point in society where everybody feels that they can live their lives the way they want. But there is a certain loud minority out there that want it to be all about them. And unfortunately, what's happening is it's creating division around the world, right? Not just with skin color, with people, different races, people, different religions, people, different sexual identities, whatever you want to call it. This is what's happening. They want to fracture society. So look at this is like the new world order, right? Whether you agree with it or not, right? The principles are the same, really. You cause enough anarchy and you get the people to turn against themselves, then that gives the government and the people, the powers that be, right, the distraction that they need to do what they need to do against us. So all of this shit that's been happening over the last couple of years, you have to look at it as a big distraction. And look what the governments have been doing since then, right? That's the point of this. We shouldn't be fighting with each other. People should learn to get on with each other and live together in harmony, because these fuckers that are in power are the ones that are trying to divide us all, right? You got Hollywood with their propaganda movies, right? You got governments with the, with all of this rubbish, fear, propaganda.
Yeah, and I think that's just the problem with media. It's not escapism now. Like, there is some stuff. It's not all bad, and I do try and say that.
Look! I'll shout out to Cobra Kai. I'm watching. This weekend now. I'm gonna watch the Series 3 now. Get it done because Series 4 drops next week. But that is pure escapism. There is no woke agenda in it. Yeah, there's a lesbian couple in it and stuff like that, and there's other stuff going on. But is that the main focus? No. These characters were all built up, right? You get to know all of these characters. Cobra Kai, for me, is just, seriously, man, I don't know why I waited so long to watch it. It's probably one of the best shows that I have seen in years.
Oh, here we go. Here's the speech.
Yeah. And I
In a
just love
minute.
the fireworks and all. I just love the fire in the background and then the explode. It's brilliant. Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah. Here we go. I believed him.
Well, that's the thing. Every doctor needs to have a moment when you can just focus in on them, purely them, and they to deliver basically their version of trust me, which is what
That gave me goosebumps.
that was Tennant's version there of trust me.
Seriously though, that just gave me goosebumps. This is why I love to look at. People say this isn't the strongest story. I would agree. It's playing on the disaster trope, but I think it does it well. But for me,
it's just taste, honestly.
but because it's on a Titanic in space, for me that just wins me over.
Yeah, and Russell, for Russell's skill set basically to have a condensed cast that you gradually get to know, that you gradually start to learn about, and then they eventually get all killed off. Like that's perfect for Russell.
Like I mean, he's got the actor that was in keeping up appearances. Mrs. Bucket's husband, right? You had Richard Wilson in the season 1. Like he really, again as well, he went old school with his British actors as well. This is the thing that I'm excited about with RTD as well. Is the fact that he can get old stars that are probably not as big as they were back in the day of their top shows, right? And introduce them into the Doctor Who community. And you just realise how great of an actor they actually were. I just love RTD's era is just. Yeah, Kylie is tiny, man. Anyway, so.
I mean, it's like even these two, like on the surface, they're pure comedy relief, but once you get to learn about how she won and everything, you start to actually really feel for these two.
Yeah, you do. I like this couple. I was actually gutted when he died on her and the way she reacted. But then the line where, well, he's not good because he's dead. And I was like, but then she saves them then. Ah. Ah.
And they're realistic. They are exaggerated, of course. Like I said, they're sort of the comedy relief. But this sort of argument is a couple argument.
Yeah.
That like couples get angry and then they just laugh. Like it's just that's what couples are like.
That was me and Cheryl last week. We both of us had a bit of a rough patch last week, and we were just itching. One of us was just itching for an argument, and I don't know who triggered who, but we ended up just having a bit of an argument. But then, like as you said, 5 minutes later, like we were laughing and giggling to each other and stuff. It's just
you just have to get it off your chest.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
It's like I was helping with wrapping today, and I was just laughing my head off because I did it with my family. Basically, we were all doing a bit of it today.
Yeah.
See, this thing doesn't work for me. I've got to be honest. This what's it called?
Yeah, back. I can never say it, back a fat attack and like that.
I think it's because I felt like we didn't need another slightly comedy relief character because that's what the couple were good at.
No, but again, he had to give him something to do, and he gives him enough because obviously it's going to be his
Yeah,
thing.
he's a cyborg.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. At least he got a use. He wasn't just like there for no reason. I'm just saying, out of this little troop, he's probably my least favorite.
I think if he was given, this is an hour episode, I think if he was given an hour and a half, like Sherlock was, right, you could have had more character development with him at the start.
Probably, yeah.
You know, but this is the thing. Like, he's gone back up to the bridge now to give this fella more character development. You know, it is clever. He gives them screen time, and that's the thing, and they've got something worthy to do on screen. Whereas the other fella, we won't go there, as you said, but yeah. Look, I just can't wait until the day where and I mean this. Soon as the third special is over and they're gone.
That Doctor announcement. That I've said this in the chat. That I'm gonna be so. I'm gonna be a bag of nerves, but so excited at the same time.
Yeah, but at the same time as well, and it's going to be hard for us to do right at first, but we have to make a real effort. I don't look if Russell T Davies exceeds our expectations, right, and he gives us something great, right. We can't go back and trying to compare this new era to Chibnall's because
no, that's going to be unfair.
We already know anyway that it's going to be better, right? It just depends on how better it's going to be. But
yeah, we just have to forget. Honestly, that's going to be my approach now. I'm just going to watch these last 3 specials, and then I'm just going to honestly wipe this whole.
Just move on. I'm not even going to make reference to it anymore. And I'd ask everybody then as well, including guests, you know, if you could try and make an effort after these specials, not make reference to those 2 ever again, because we need to move on from this era now, right? We've got 3 more specials, and then we have to move on, because if we don't, and we keep harping back to how bad it was,
it's not going to be healthy.
It's not going to be healthy either. Exactly. It's just let's move on. Look, if RTD turns out to be worse than fucking Chibnall, which I doubt anyway, but if he does, fair enough. Then Doctor Who isn't for us anymore. We just have to accept that.
Yeah, and find different shows or find
different shows. And I never thought I'd say that, but I'll have to accept it because I can't. I'm not going to do this for another 5 years. No way.
PD, hello. PD's in the chat. Timestamp. We are coming up to 34 minutes, PD.
PD, if you want, after Charlotte leaves, if you want to come on for the Snowmen.
Yeah, because I'm only here for one story, PD. So you can.
One story. So if you want to come on for the next one, let me know and I'll send you an email in a few minutes and we'll sort it out. But we're over half an hour in, 34 minutes in. But see, there's enough action in this as well. It wasn't boring, you know?
Oh, no, I'll give it that. It's not boring at all.
This is just my personal favourite because obviously I'm a huge fan of the Titanic, as you all know. And I've had a fascination with this ship since I was a kid, ever since I knew about it. And obviously I was 6 years of age when they found Titanic. So I remember all the reaction and the hype when they actually found it, because some people were starting to believe that this was a myth, that the ship actually didn't exist. That one, you know what I mean? Because that happens. They actually did, even though they had plans and they had photographs and all of this. They actually believed there may have been a different ship, and they didn't think the Titanic actually existed. It was only when they found it in '85, which was amazing. I remember, even as 6 years of age, just glued to the screen.
Oh, okay. Here's a question. What do you think then, in another universe, if we would have got Russell Tovey? Because he's now had quite a bit of scenes as the Doctor. Because Russell did say if he were to carry on, he would have cast Tovey.
See, here's the thing for me. He's a great actor. I've seen him in other stuff as well. So I just haven't seen him in this. I've actually genuinely seen him in other stuff. Problem I have is he looks too young in the face. a bit like Ollie Alexander. Ollie might be in his 30s, and I think he's older than Matt Smith, actually.
But he looks younger.
Right, but he looks a lot younger. That's the problem that I have. They might be great actors, but they've got to, like Matt Smith, right? You look at Matt Smith, yeah, he was a young doctor, but look into his eyes. You could genuinely believe he was 900 odd years of age, right? And he had a bit of a weird face, let's be honest.
Oh yeah, he did, and you need a bit of a weird look.
Yeah, and he had that unique look, and that's what passed him as the Doctor. Ollie, to me, he's a great actor. I think one day, maybe, he could be in Doctor Who in some capacity, but as the Doctor ever, I just know. I don't think he's Doctor Who material, because I think he's too young in the face. And I think even as he gets older, he's still going to be like Daniel Radcliffe. Look at him. Like, he's gotten older, but he still looks like a kid. If he was to shave his beard,
I was going to say that's why he's got a beard now, I think, so he looks a bit older.
Right. So that's the problem I have. And the other guy, don't get me wrong, I would love him to be in Doctor Who full time in some capacity.
Yeah.
Right, because I agree with you. He's a brilliant actor, but I think he's too young in the face for the Doctor.
Do you think he could be a good companion then, Toby?
Yeah, definitely. You could have him. Look, if you wanted to do the whole diversity thing, as they keep harping on about, you could bring him in, and you could introduce another character, right? And have them as gay characters on the TARDIS with the Doctor. And then, obviously with RTD's character development and stuff like that, we've seen what he's done with other characters in the show. We know that they'd be done with respect, and he'd give them a good story,
Yeah, it's never going to happen, but I would just love to see... No, I'm just saying in the modern run, I would love to see like a Troughton and Jamie setup, but we're never going to get that.
Well, you see, you could do that as well. You could bring him in, and you could bring in a female companion, and then we find out things about her, but don't make it... But this is what I want this time now from RTD. I don't want... Because he did make it about Rose, let's be honest, and
he did.
Thing was a bit. I don't want that now to be the main focus this time. Yes, have the companions, give them something to do, give them a backstory, give them their family life. That's all fantastic, right? But don't make them central to the Doctor's fucking life or situation. Like, it's no. I don't want them going down that route again. I want them there.
I could be wrong now, and obviously you know more, but I really don't think he's going to do that, because it was such a big iconic part of his first run. Like, he's known for that with his companions. He's known for bringing the romance into it. So I really think he's going to not want to repeat that.
I think he will bring some romance into it, but I don't think it'll be... Personally, I don't think it'll be like with the Doctor this time.
No, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I don't mind if there's a romance on the TARDIS with companions. I don't.
Yeah, really, like an Amy and Rory type of situation.
Yeah, have that, or have an older companion, maybe a mother, and a son or something.
Oh, that would be interesting, actually. Yeah, like a brother and sister. You could have like a young brother and sister.
Exactly, you could do that. But if you think about it, you could have that guy that you said, right, that's in this episode. You could have him in, right? So he's the son. Have an older actress to play his mother, right? And, as I said, Doctor Who is all about that inclusion and diversity and representing. You could have him as a gay man, but hasn't come out to his mother yet or something, and travels with
I would pick the brother and sister over mother and son, because I think that'd be an easier dynamic to write for as well.
It would. I agree. I agree. And it'd be interesting to see how
And you could have the bickering. That's fun.
affects the brother compared to the sister and vice versa.
Yeah,
I think,
and you could have bickering.
yeah.
Like fun bickering now, like you'd have with siblings. Oh, now I've thought of that. I really want that to happen. I really now want a brother and sister companion duo because it's never
I
been done
don't,
as well.
I don't know if you'll actually do that though. I think you could kill two birds with one stone with that. You could get right. So you got an older. Think about it, right? So you could go down this route. So you could go with an older doctor to appease the fans that like an older doctor. Then you could bring in a pretty female companion and a pretty boy to play the brother. Right, that way, then you're ticking all boxes because
You
let's
are
be
really.
what?
I said you are really. Like if you really
Yeah,
think about it.
but you're getting obviously you're picking the best people for the role. But I mean, come on, that's what it's. I mean, even in the classic era, some of the female companions were pretty. Let's be honest, but in New Who, they've been very strong as well. So he's good at doing that as well. Look at how strong Martha was, and then Rose ended up being. Even though Rose's one was a bit, you know, I still
Oh
don't picture Rose holding a gun, even though we did
yeah.
see it. I just don't picture her. It's like when Jackie appeared and she shot the gun. I was like, no, no, that doesn't work, RTD. Not with Jackie. Jackie can't even bleed and put the setting in the fucking video recorder properly. There you're telling me that she could fire a fucking gun?
Yeah, somebody just said like a Jamie and Victoria, but brother and sister. Oh, that would work.
Yeah, I have to be honest now. I have to be honest. I like your suggestion. But you know what? I wouldn't mind going with an Ian and Barbara kind of character again and a student.
Yeah,
That would be another. I would
call
love
back.
to
We've
do
not
so.
had
Now,
that in
listen, if
ages.
you did that now, I would, even with that announcement, right? If he was to announce that, right, say, right, we're going to have a teacher student kind of dynamic on the TARDIS. We're going to bring a kind of Ian and Barbara character and a student on board the TARDIS. I'd be like, wow, that'd be it. I'll be sold. I'll be sold.
Yeah, but from all the sounds, it's probably going to be a doctor and a female companion from modern day.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Because
Which I'll give it a go, but I'm not going to lie, I will groan a bit if that happens because I am a bit fed up now. And that's what I liked about these Christmas specials because they tended to not have the usual companion. You could see actually the experimentation with the setup, which is really nice.
Which is weird because when Catherine Tate made her appearance, I remember after it there was a lot of people not liking her. So when she was announced to be part of Series 4, I remember at the time there was a lot of fans that weren't happy that Catherine Tate was returning. But I think it was by the Fires of Pompeii she won a lot of fans over.
Oh yeah, she was completely different character-wise. Oh, we got Angry Tenant now.
Yeah. It is the plan. Yep.
Oh, and this is our next death.
But again, like, yeah, a husband and a wife for a bit of comedic element. But by the end of it all, look what she did. She literally saved our lives.
Oh yeah, she beat. That's the thing with Russell. He never kept his characters static. They never stayed the same, even if they were just bit parts.
I love it. Yeah, his characters were like onions, Sadako. They had multiple layers, and every time you uncovered a new layer, you would get additional information. He's very
Yeah.
RTD is very good when it comes to character development. So that's one thing that we know will be done properly. And I mean, his first era is considered the golden age of New Who, and it is for a reason. And this is one of the episodes. Why? Listen, I know this isn't everybody's favorite story, right? It is a personal one to me, but the character development in this and the different characters is just phenomenal. The
But
acting,
it's also how stacked this is. Like I said,
yeah,
you've got all his little troop who get whittled down. You have
yeah,
Alonso. You have obviously
Braxton, whatever his name is, your man,
the villain.
yeah. No, I'm talking about the banker fella, the one that's always a wanker, the one that's always.
Oh yes.
Yeah, you have him as well. And he gets character development because even though he survives at the end and all, he's a bit of an asshole. Like, it's very clever. That phone call at the start that we hear him saying, I want you to sell, and you kind of think it's going nowhere. But then by the end of the episode, he tells you, well, I sold all the shares before this disaster happened, so I've become a very rich man. You're like, bastard, of all the people to become rich.
Well, that's the thing. It's going against almost a trope that usually all the baddies in your little troop in these sort of disaster movies or anything like this, they never survive. They always get killed off. So the fact that the one who did survive was the most selfish, most horrible piece of work actually goes against the trope. And that's what I think Russell did.
But again, even though you don't like him and stuff, he gives him stuff to do where just not seeing that we just seen there, that kind of not fully redeems him because nothing will redeem him. He'll still always be a selfish ass. But like, he does play his part. Yeah, he's a coward at the start. He doesn't want to do anything. He's selfish, as you said. But then when it comes to the crunch time, he realizes he doesn't want to die.
So it's survival at the end of the day.
The survival instinct kicks in, and then he'll do whatever it takes then to survive. And that's the great thing. And this is the thing. The other side keeps saying, you don't know what you are going to get with RTD. He's going to surprise you all. These are all going to be throwing his toys out of the pram because he's going to do this and he's going to do that. Yeah, we know. The thing about it is, though, he'll do it properly. And he's gonna show up the current regime. And I'm telling you, his first episode's going to smash records. I'm telling you now.
Oh, yeah. I'll be intrigued because obviously the 60th's a given to have like record numbers. That's just a given.
11 million is what Jodie got. In the overnights, it was just under 12, right?
Oh, yeah. I think Series 14 episode 1.
Success, right? I guarantee you, Russell T will get 12 million in viewers, live viewers. And probably in the overnights, 14 to 15. Now, it won't maintain that, and I'll tell you the reason why. It will level out by the time the series comes around fully, right? And I'll tell you why that is because every show there's always interest in the first episode or the first story. Now, if RTD can capture the imagination, he can keep most of that audience, right? But he won't keep it all because there'll still be people that'll be bitter that Chris Chibnall and Jodie were. So it will level out. So I've said if it gets overnights of 10 million, right? I'll get 10 million, not 10 million in overnights, right? No, sorry. If it gets 10 million in live viewers and say 12 million in overnights, right? And it maintains around that level between 10 and 12 million, right? Then that's successful compared to what we've gotten. He will never get the numbers that he got when he first came around. I think his first episode will smash this myth. Because will the fans on the other side then, because they always use the, 12 million viewers watch Jodie Whittaker's first, right? And then they use that episode as a basis of success, right?
Oh, yeah, and Russell...
Will they do the same with RTDs if RTD does 14, 15 million? No, they won't. They won't. They'll say, one story, it'll level out now, look at the drop. That's what they'll say. So prepare yourself for that, because there's going to be a lot of that nonsense as well.
Yeah, right? No, I think honestly, it depends who he casts for that. Because if he happens to cast somebody who they perceive as being diverse enough, or all those horrible terms that now have been ruined, then I think they won't be as venomous, because I wouldn't use that word. But if he goes purely what we're all hoping for, which is he doesn't care about a demographic, he's just going to cast a damn good actor who he knows can pull the part off, then you'll see. I think that's what I think, mate. Honestly, it just depends who he casts.
Another thing for me that's very interesting about the recent interview is there was a line which may suggest that the 60th anniversary is not just going to be a one.
Oh, it won't be.
Now, if it is a multi-night event, right, and it kicks off on the 60th anniversary, and then he does a couple of more, right, I honestly think there'd be a possibility. There's been rumors of certain actors that have played the Doctor returning, right? Don't be surprised if that's how he does it. And then by the end of this big event, he introduces the number 14, and then we go into his new full series with the 14th Doctor. I've got a funny feeling we're going to get some of the old Doctors returning, maybe some, it'll be kind of like a one last hurrah for this kind of.
Yeah, I think quite a few Doctors it's going to be. If we get more than one, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
It's going to be a last hurrah.
I think it will be kind of a close-up of this run of Doctor Who. Because think about it. If you listen to Piers Wenger's words as well, it all makes sense. Right?
New generation.
It's like it's for the next generation and all of this, right? So that's a play on words. So basically what's happening is, what I believe is going to happen is what Garminator and others have said as well. I do honestly believe that this is going to be a new dawn for Doctor Who. Will it pay homage to what's come before it in the new Who run? I don't think so. I think what will happen is he'll just do another version of this show. Maybe the version that he wanted to do originally, but because of budget constraints couldn't. Now, he's already said he's wrote a few episodes already.
Yeah, right? See, my take on that, because I watched your video, for me, that's a really good sign. Because that says to me, he's got a pretty good idea already in his head.
Yeah.
No, not what he's doing so much, who his Doctor is.
Yeah.
14. That's what's giving me hope. That he's not just sort of got a nebulous idea, and if an actor or actress, like you said, it could be, happens to catch his eye, he goes with them. No, for me, that seems to say to me, he's got this idea already about who 14 is. Yeah. And he's going to pick who suits that idea he's already got.
What I think what'll happen is he has an idea who he wants the Doctor to be. He might even have an actor or actress in mind, right? But he's already wrote stories. So what he'll do is he'll write out a short little scene for them to do, right? Or he'll get them to improvise something maybe, right? But what he'll do is that he'll have as I said, he has an idea where he wants to bring this whole era and the way he wants to do it. So he probably have, say, and I'll just use this as an example. Say, for example, he has Hugh Grant in mind for the Doctor, right? He has these 3 stories written. Then he brings him in for an audition, right? But then when he does the audition, he doesn't quite feel it with what he's written and doesn't think that. So that's what I think. I think he does have an idea who he'd like to cast, but doesn't necessarily mean that's who's going to cast.
No, it's not. It's not solid yet, because obviously, like you said,
solid. So we were right on this channel again, and I don't normally kind of get pig-headed about this, but I am this time because I don't give a shit. I'm sick of all the haters out there. There even people were reporting on other YouTube channels that he'd already cast the 14th Doctor, that the Doctor was already chosen, right?
Oh yeah, I just laughed when I saw that.
It's come from the horse's mouth. I also said there wouldn't be anything this year. There's supposed to be some Christmas announcement and all that. That was bullshit. I said it from day one that when RTD and everybody was on this channel listening, I said, you will not get any new information of casting or any of that until next year, right? And I've been spot on. It'll be next year. He is in no rush, and he's already got a head start as far as I'm concerned. So he probably, I'm telling you now, man, if you add up the time he was announced, I already think he already knew before we knew, obviously.
Oh God, yeah.
A few months beforehand. So remember, he's had those few months before we were speaking about on the channel anyway, up to a year ago.
Yeah, no, but no, think about it. I think it's earlier than that, because they would have had to have tailored whatever Whittaker's last scene is, wherever that turns out to be. That's going to have to somehow cater to Russell.
Yeah. Do you know what should happen? She should just look at the screen and say, I apologise to all Doctor Who fans.
Oh, no, come on. It's going to be the most self-righteous, amazing.
Why do I have to regenerate? It'll be
it's going to be like David Tennant. Somebody said David Tennant times 10.
Yeah,
when he was going.
But see, I didn't like that. Right, I did like he said it'd be an honor and a privilege, Wilf, when he went into the
I didn't like the tantrum.
But the line before that, he said, "Why should?" I thought he was actually being insulting to Wilf, but it turned out he wasn't. But that's the cleverness of RTD yet again. But I lost my train of thought there. Look,
but like I said, I really think wherever her last scene is, if they had to get that prepped before, like last year, or whatever, so they would have known by then, I think, that Russell or somebody that wanted to do a certain thing with the show was coming in.
By the way,
it's not going to be a straight regeneration. We know this now. It would have been announced already who the new Doctor is.
What do you think of Jodie Whittaker piping up about Lydia West? Now, honestly, I was thinking about this after the fact, right? What if she's actually found out and she's just bitter now because she's gone, and she's actually just come out and told us out straight who the next Doctor is? And,
but she wouldn't be bitter if a woman was replacing her.
No, she probably wouldn't be bitter that a woman's replaced now, but I'm just kind of... Is Jodie Whittaker looking at the speculation and just speculating herself? Or I love this scene where he realises his name is Alonso.
But honestly, no. I think she's just picking the hot name.
Yeah.
The hot female name that all the fandoms talked about. Actually, no, let's make this fair. The media has said Lydia's name a lot. So she's probably seen Lydia's name in the media.
Yeah, probably right.
Because, like, really, out of all the female actresses she could have named, she named Lydia. Like, she could have gone for a really out there wacky choice, but she's gone with the most obvious.
Yeah, she's gone with these fans' choice.
Yeah, that's my point. It's the most obvious pick. So for me, she's just either seen Lydia's name in the press.
Look, as I said on my last video, like whether Russell T or anybody likes it or not, this era has damaged it for another woman to take over straight away. Can Russell T steady this ship, bring in a male Doctor, steady it for a couple of years, and then start laying the groundwork that may make it possible for the Doctor to actually, make it actually make sense?
Yeah.
Whether fans will accept that or not still is beside the point. I think a lot of people...
I love Mr. Queen with
it is a sexism thing, but the main argument from all of us fans in particular is that the reason why we were so opposed is because it didn't make sense within the 52-year narrative of the show, 50-odd-year narrative of the show. Yeah? So if RTD then was going to, during his era, to lay down the groundwork and the foundation for it, we just have a problem then, because that's the main issue you've all said. You've all said that the reason why you were given out was because, well, it didn't make sense within the show. But what if RTD started to make it make sense? Would people still be opposed?
Yeah, maybe less. I think there'd be maybe less people opposed, but there would still be a core group, I think, who just, and I'm one of them, the Doctor's male. Doesn't matter if you even establish it in canon, the Doctor, to a lot of fans, is male.
So that Lee says we'll know pretty soon. Yeah, well, RTD.
I wouldn't bet on that, Lee. Not a doctor. I think we'll get other bits of information.
RTD is not going to announce that, and if you read his interview, he's already said that he's only doing auditions right now.
Think about it as well. He's got a 60th to promote before he even starts promoting Series 14.
When I said he had a short list, right, I wasn't lying when I told you, right? This actually fits in with what I said, right? Because he's after coming out in an interview and set himself, and he's saying that he's doing auditions right now, right? So no doctor has been picked yet, and as I said, if you think about it, he doesn't start until 2023, right? So he's got another year, so he doesn't have to announce jack shit until. Look, if I was to guess, right? If I was to guess, because there's already rumblings within the media, Moffat has already opened his mouth as well. If I was to guess, I reckon month-wise, we'd probably get more additional information maybe in March. Maybe a little bit later than that. I don't think he's in any hurry. I think he'll do all their stuff first. They're building the TARDIS, right? They'll probably come out with the new logo, stuff like that. But the Doctor thing, he's going to make a big deal out of it. That's the thing.
And also, why would he announce the new Doctor while Jodie still has specials airing?
Exactly. And not only that as well, you know, he doesn't do little video reveals of who.
No, it's going to be massive.
It's going to be massive, right? He used to have a habit of introducing them to a live studio audience. Now, for me personally, and I know we're in a pandemic situation, but if there was a way of doing that again, that's how I'd go about it.
Yeah, no, but think about it, mate.
The audience reaction, because when Peter Capaldi was announced, yes, the younger fans were disappointed, but watch that video back when Zoe Ball introduces him as the new Doctor, and he walks out onto that stage and sits down and is interviewed for the first time. Listen to the crowd reaction. The crowd reaction is amazing. They're all cheering. That's what this show needs. Like that right now, it's not all cheery. Doctor Who must now present a face that everything is going to be rosy again, right? So doing things like that, bringing in the studio audience and showing the Doctor after he's been revealed in a trailer or something, because that's what he does. And you know what
also that shows? Bleeding confidence.
Exactly.
If you are confident enough with your pick that you can have them in front of a studio audience, and you know you're going to get a good enough response off that it won't look embarrassing.
Now, if you are confident, audience, we know we're in a pandemic, so if he doesn't do it, we're not saying it's because he doesn't have confidence, and I think Charlotte would agree with that. What we're saying, though, is that you could do this, and I think that's the way they should go.
All I'm saying is, now, of course, things are still strict. There's still world events, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Think about in 2023, though. We could have a proper live studio audience again.
True. Yeah, absolutely spot on. But this is how he'll do it, right? Because he's clever, right? So at the end of his 60th anniversary, right? I think he could leave it for that long, right?
Oh, I think he will. I honestly think we're not going to see anything of 14 at the earliest until the 60th.
Now, that is a long time to wait. We're not saying that is actual fact, right?
Oh no, that's just my speculation.
Yeah, it's just we're just speculating right now. But look, as I said, he is in no rush to do Arton right now. And to me, that's a good thing because it means there's a lot of thought and effort and hard work going into producing something for us to get behind. And that can only be good. For 5 years under this regime, we haven't had anything to look forward to, right? Now, fans in particular, the last few months since RTD has been announced, I think a lot of you have lost the plot. Actually, I'm gonna say it out straight. There's a lot of fans demanding who the 14th Doctor is and this, that, and the other. We can't be behaving like that, right? And even the other side are acting stupid and ridiculous with their fake videos about who's being cast, even though we all know it's bullshit now, right? You need to stop, right? There's still a current era on. Yeah, we don't like it, but there are still fans that do, right? So my thing would be to everybody is wait until this era is over, and then we can get into a state of that. It's too early, right? Yeah, he's done an interview about It's a Sin, and there was a little part of Doctor Who. He hasn't opened up fully. He's given us. This is what I said to you guys. I said when he does his first interview, Russell T. The thing about it is, he'll do an interview and he'll say something, and you don't think you're getting very much. But then when you reread his quotes, he's giving you a lot more than you actually think. So this is why I believe the 60th anniversary, and it has been spoken about on the channel. We have spoken about it, but I think Russell T is kind of confirming it. I think this is going to be a
and also
it's going to be a multi-event thing, and it's going to be over a few nights, folks. And I think, look at personally speaking, if he gives us like say 3 nights of 1 hour or say 1 hour 20-minute episodes specials, holy shit, would I be on for that?
And just another point about the specials. And this is off something Gorm did say, and he was very clever how he phrased one bit of information, which I'm surprised he hinted at, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
We're all excited about possible Doctors.
Yeah.
What other actors or actresses do you think he's going to be able to pull for the 60th? Because Gorm hinted at a certain character who's a bit villainous and a certain actor. I can tell you now, if that actor is announced in that role that Gorm hinted at, that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
That will be massive. I can tell you because I know that. I follow that actor's work. I know the fan base that actor has. They are ravenous, they are very passionate, and they love this actor. If that person gets announced, you're going to see Twitter go ballistic. And that's my point. We're all getting excited about Doctors coming back. Just think about the other cast members, folks. He could pull.
That's
other companions he could get back.
Look, I'm not saying that people shouldn't enjoy it. Absolutely, you should. You should celebrate this because it is a victory. It is RTD coming back is BBC admitting that they failed, whether the other fans on the other side admit it or not. And the fact that BBC had to get Chris Chibnall to do a 15-minute episode to explain his latest series tells you all you need to know. Listen, BBC, I told you, had lost faith with this show. They did. After Series 11, the damage was already done. They'd lost faith with this show, but they had to back a dying horse because they put everything into it. BBC cannot be criticised for the amount of money they gave Chris Chibnall. They threw massive amount of money at this, and it failed. And there you go. In memory of Verity Lambert, OBE, 1934.
Oh yeah, I forgot this was added on the end.
And there's the trailer. And that's what he'll do. See what I mean? He's done a special, right? Then he'll do a coming soon trailer. And this is what gets you in. And this Series 4 is just, there's not one bad episode, actually. There's not one bad episode. Even though I don't like the Sontaran design, that two-parter is a great two-parter. This is not a bad, and I love the adipose, so I don't care what anybody says. Yes, it's silly, fat, walking fat, but I love it. I love it. And Catherine Tate's character development is just unbelievable. And there's
just quickly, disaster, exactly. You know what I'm referring to without saying anything.
Yeah, say no more, but I know what you're talking about. But look, I'll get Charlotte's thoughts. We're still watching this trailer, but I'll get Charlotte's thoughts.
Yeah, because I'll have to go in a couple of minutes, folks.
So go on. What would you rate this festive special out of 10 yourself after watching it again?
It's adrenaline, but in the good sense. Like I said, it's got that pomp that Russell always had. Tennant is just walking this in a good way. He's just this is Tennant at the height of his power, almost as Doctor Who. You can just see the confidence in him, the command he has. Russell does very well with that. Like I said, that little set of characters that you follow. Yeah. And you start to sort of really root for them. So when they do get killed off, it means something. Kylie, she's a good character. I don't rate her performance as much as you, but I will say she's a well-written character. Right. And I think the fact that she does sort of sacrifice is another, like you said, the Doctor's already lost people, so that's just another like knock that he's already had, that he's had to suffer a lot already. So I like that, and you can see in Tennant's performance actually the desperation because he has had Martha leave him and he's lost Rose. And I've always said this: when story beats carry on in multiple stories with a Doctor, I love it. And Russell was very good at that. Everything had an impact. Everything you felt with his Doctors, everything had sort of lasting impact. Yeah. But like I said, I prefer this. I'm not as much of the sort of disaster movie type of person, but I can't knock it. Yeah. But like it's more of a taste thing, if I'm being honest. So I'll give that a 7 because it's not like top tier, but I can't say it's terrible. So I'd give that a 7.
That's fair enough. I was actually expecting a bit of a lower score from you because I do know you prefer other Christmas specials, but I want to thank you actually for coming on and watching this one with me because I know it's not, one of your favorites, but it's obviously I like it for obvious reasons.
Yeah, it's just taste, mate. That's
exactly what it is. Yeah, but look,
Happy Christmas, everybody.
For the snowman, I'm sorry about that one, but thank you for joining me for this one. And listen, if I don't talk to you tomorrow, because I don't know, I can't promise that I'm going to stream because it is Christmas.
Oh, yeah, it's Christmas. Nobody's going to expect. So.
But, if we're finished dinner and then we'll see, because sometimes, she goes to bed early. But if not, it'll be the next day. It's Boxing Day in the UK, Stevens' Day here. But I'll be back then. Then we do the Christmas invasion and other stuff like that. But what was I was going to say something else, but I forgot. But yeah. Enjoy our Christmas. If I don't talk to you tomorrow, which I don't know yet, but we'll see. Enjoy our Christmas, and don't stuff yourselves too much. Leave room for dessert.
Yeah.
For dessert.
So love to everybody, and hope you'll see me. If not tomorrow in the chat, I'll probably on stream because I eat early as well, so I can stream tomorrow if you're on, no problem. So good night, everybody, and have a good Christmas.
See you. Good night. Have a good one. Right. The snowman, the bells of St. John, and the rings of Akatan. I thought the snowman was a Christmas special. Did I get that wrong? Well, it doesn't matter. We're going to do the Snowmen anyway because that's the episode. But I thought that was a Christmas special. I'm pretty sure it is, isn't it? Right, let's send PD his email so we can get him on. We'll get the countdown. So, the Snowmen is next. So, if you want to get you a copy of the Snowmen ready, and then when you are ready, please press 1. I will also give out some of your ratings as well in the chat. Just bear with me for a second. Just sending that email. Email is now being sent. Let's have a look at some of your scores. Right. Oh. My computer's Chromebook is being acting up. Right, so the Sadako gives it a 6.5 out of 10. Disaster Area gives it a 7 out of 10. 6.5 out of 10 from Unknown. PD gives it a 10. A Titanic 10, says Peter. 7 by Lord Thought. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And for me, look, this is a favourite. Obviously, it's got Titanic in it. I think the acting is brilliant. I do love the Doctor's speech. The characters, you know, as I said, you're engrossed in all of the characters. You know, it's got that silly Britishness about it as well, which is obviously, you know, Russell T loving Britishness and loving all of that, and it's, you know, works well with Doctor Who. So for me, I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. This, as I said, it's up there for me with the Christmas Invasion. That gets a 10 out of 10 as well when I do that one. I love the Christmas Invasion. So, you know, as I said, personal favourite, the Titanic ones. Right. So I've sent PD Rich his email. So I'm getting the DVD ready to go. I'm going to check my ham real quickly. So just give us a second there, folks. Because as I said, I've got my ham on slow cook. Nice. Now, right, so we got a 1 in the chat. So if everybody is ready, just let me know. Vestra investigates the Great Detective are prequels to the Snowmen. Oh, Jesus, there's prequels, is there? I don't think everybody's going to be able to get the prequels. So maybe we just go straight into the episode. Hold on. Lee gives it a 5 out of 10. Disaster Area, press 1 as well. Right, let's bring on PD Rich real quickly so we can get this show on the road. Hello,
yeah,
PD.
yeah. I'm just looking at the sequel. I think there's like four of them, isn't there?
So right, so we'll get this show on the road now. Just give us a second. The DVD is loading up.
Yeah.
I've got stuff to do after this one now as well. So
I'm trying to find it. It's the Battle of Demons Run, the sequel. 3 days later, which just, you know.
All right. Well,
there's another one. There's another one as well.
Right. Well, I don't. If I have to put in a different disc just to watch them, then I'm not doing it.
It's all on the. It's on the what you may call it disc.
Special feature, but well then no, because it means I'd have to.
Series 7.
Hold on. Clara's White Christmas.
No, next one.
Detective. Sin review. Demons Run 2 days later. The Bells of John prequel behind this.
That's Bells of St. John. That's the next one.
So it's Clara's White Christmas and
it's Vasta Investigates
and the Great Detective
and Demons Run 3 days later.
Right. Well then. Right. Well, guys. What I'll do? Hold on now. Unknown is saying there's 2 of them.
There's about 3 of them. Yeah.
No, he says 2 of them.
Is it 2? It's 3, but the Demons Run is why Strax is back.
No, but the Demons Run, would that not be part of the Demons Run episode?
No, that's the bell. That's the bell. It's this one. It's this one.
All right. Well, then we'll do the 3. So we'll start with Vastra Investigate. So if you still have them, unfortunately, you will have to wait a couple of minutes, but that'll give you plenty of time to get the tea into you or whatever you want to do, or get an alcoholic beverage and get pissed. You know, it is Christmas Eve. The kids are probably in bed now at this stage because Santa Claus is coming to town and all of that bollocks. Yeah. I hope he's wearing a mask anyway, or someone should beat the shit out of him only messing.
Yeah, they would in your country, mate, at the moment.
But no, all joking aside, all kids will be in bed now. They'll have their Santa Claus tracker on. They'll be tracking Santa Claus's progress and all of that. They have all of that now. They didn't have that in my day. We just sent a letter to the North Pole and stuff like that, and we put it up the chimney back in the old days. There was no posting letters to Santa. You know, you just put them up the chimney and the wind would take them away, and we were told that Santa would get them. So he obviously did, because we got our presents. Because I'm not a total prick, you know, if you know what I mean. So yeah, to all the kids, Merry Christmas, and I hope Santa brings you everything that you want. Yeah. So that's it. Right, let's get into this. PD, Mr. Sound Effects Man, yourself.
Oh, you want gloom block?
If you want to do the countdown as for all of these, yeah, you can. So we're doing 3 of them. Okay. So it's Vastra Investigates is the first one, folks. So well done for everything you have done this year. No, it's been great, says Lee. Lee, thank you. And I know sometimes we haven't seen eye to eye on certain things when we've been speaking about Doctor Who, but that's just the way I am.
Okay, you want gloom block to do your countdown?
Yeah, but never take it too personally. I don't hold any grudges or like that and stuff. And you know, I'm very
not as well. To hold grudges.
Right. So anyway, we let Gloom Clock or whatever the fuck his name is do the countdown.
For you know, the next doctor is going to be a man or a woman or
go
a
for
non-binary type.
Go for it, mate. Right, come on, Doom Cock.
Okay.
Right now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push that button.
Right, so Vastra Investigates first, folks. Here we go. So go straight in. I still don't like that time tunnel. Jesus. Yeah. A Christmas prequel by Stephen Moffat.
There was 3 of them. Probably because the series.
Oh yeah, I've seen this. Yeah, it's Drax and stuff. This is funny, actually. No, thank you for everything this year. Listen, you don't have to thank me. At the end of the day, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the support of you guys. So, look, if anybody should be saying thank you for the year that I've had, it's me thanking you guys. So, again, thanks for all the support. All right, so this is kind of the origins of Vastra.
Yeah.
Like, so now we know how she came about. So that's yeah. See, I forgot this actually.
That's a nice little saying there.
Oh yeah, this is the one. Yeah. Snowman's the one where the Tardis is up on a fucking yoke. Yeah, and
Clara great intelligence is back.
Right, so this is the first episode. So we'll get straight into the second one.
Great Detective. Okay.
So it's the Great Detective. So hold on there.
You want a countdown?
Gloomcock, just wait there for a second. So we're doing Demon's Run after this one as well. Is that correct, Gloomcock?
Yes, we're doing that one as well.
Okay. Right, so if everybody in the chat is ready, you know what to do. Please press 1. And The Great Detective apparently is on YouTube there, folks. So if you want to see it, it's on YouTube. Unknown has let you all know there. So if you go into YouTube, right, Doctor Who, The Great Detective, it'll come up. So it's on YouTube. So there you go. So if everybody is ready, you know what to do. Please press 1.
We got some ones.
We don't see
Or do you
one.
want some rumors?
No, we don't want any rumors from you. Thank you very much.
I hear Kathleen Kennedy's. Oh no, she's back in.
All right, yeah, and then tomorrow, then she'll be down in the basement and stuff, and then the next day she'll be back up in my office. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, we get it, yeah. So we got disaster area with a 1. So I think that will we got a 4 there from unknown. I think that means 1. So Mr. Gloomy there, Mr.
Okay.
Gloom of Doom, please do your bloody countdown there, please.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Push that button!
Okay, The Great Detective.
Yep, Great Detective.
Do you know what though? This is the one thing I would say about Stephen Moffat though. His Christmas ones, while RTDs were a lot better, Moffat's ones were more fantasy, and probably if you think about it logically, should have been the better Christmas specials.
Yeah.
Because it is, isn't it? Christmas card, it's all fantasy and stuff like that, isn't it? It's like it's one with make believe and.
Yeah, he's got more fantasy. He's more of a fantasy base than science fiction.
Right,
it's
here
good in
we
a
go.
way, bad in others, but this is what the Harry Potter crowd got onto Doctor Who.
I mean, Matt Smith's Doctor here hasn't said a word yet, and already it's.
Yeah, it's good because you didn't really get to know the Paternoster gang. You only got to kind of see them from like the side. See them in one episode. War of them.
Move Knights. Oh,
there he is. Yeah, he's a bit Dr. Boohoo in this one.
ah. See, I like this. I don't know why he just didn't put this into the episode, because then it would have shown the contrast, right, of obviously this, and then the fact that he does end up coming out of his yoke and helping. Right, next one. We're just gonna go straight into the next one. I'm pretty sure he's because I've mentioned it already.
Okay, straight into the next one.
So hold
This
on.
is Demons Run 2 days later.
Well, Demons Run 2 days later.
Yeah, it's the last one now.
So it is Christmas Special Prequel 3. It actually says it on the disc, so it is. Strax is worried about the egg now. In fairness, he has been vindicated since Strax was right about the milk.
Yeah, there was a
absolutely.
Sadako dead on, right?
Look,
yeah,
Strax gets picked because of the comedy element, but I did like him. I know that's not the way Sontarans are really supposed to be, but I did like his Sontaran, I have to say. So I'll defend it. So if you're ready, it's Demons Run 2 days later. I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube somewhere or some other platform. So if you're ready, please press 1 so we can get Gloom Clock or the Gloom Block. Gloom.
Yay, you get me to push the button for you. Push that button. Yay.
Yeah. Now we have Starvey. Here's Starvey. Starvey is here to say hello.
Starvey, yes, Starvey.
Yeah.
Starvey the Zulu.
Yeah. Tell you that you are all stupid because you didn't watch videos. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a funny one. Anyway, let's get into this one anyway. So
Alex Kurtzman. Oh no, he's not. Don't worry.
So go for a Glock.
5,
Glock.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Push that button.
Oh, Merry Christmas to you all, you bunch of fantastic people. Oh, we got a new old time vortexy thing going on here. Okay, thank you. That was. Oh, here we go. Demons Run.
Here we go. This is what happened afterwards.
Right. So this was after the reveal. All right, so he didn't die in the original episode.
Yeah.
See again, man. Just put it in the fucking story, Moffat.
I know. Silent boy. Wouldn't get away with that in this day and age.
Do you know what, man? I'll have to keep an eye this year now. Not this year, when RTD comes back to see. I don't think he does prequels really that often, but if he does, I'm going to be keeping an eye on these prequels from now on, man. Jesus Christ. Oh, so this is how they're obviously going to invite him to be part of the team. Love it. Strax. Just bring back Strax, man. Or give us a Strax show spin off.
Yeah, the last time we saw him was an elf. We go swinging that samurai sword around though. It's only a decorative one. Love him. He's like an over-the-top Klingon. It's great.
Oh, this
My
is
favourite character.
Ah, this is just. That is just. See, but that's how you do comedy. That's how you make people laugh at Christmas.
Okay,
You know.
yeah.
And again, though, do you see the way he's setting up Jenny and Vastra now? So we know
Yeah.
they're a couple and all that as well.
Yeah.
But that's how it's done, man. It's not a big deal. It's just let's get it done. But let's just.
It's also good is setting them up in prequels, so you already know who they are. Unless you miss a prequel, then you're just scratching your head, going, "Well, who are these people?" Huh? You should remember these guys from Demon's Run. So
yeah, I mean, so that got Disaster Area said, yeah, that would have been a good idea. In fairness,
yeah, I think Paternoster again would be so much better than Class.
So hold on this disc, it's episode 6, is it? What? Oh no, there it is.
Snowmen. Episode 6, Bells of St. John.
Right. Okay. I forgot that you'd split up. Yeah, that's why it's all confusing.
We've got to see a couple episodes before we can. A few more episodes before we see Bells of St. John. We might have to skip those. Right. We're going to watch it now.
Now,
3 episodes away.
Snowmen is here. So I've got to set up. So, folks, if you are ready now, finally, some of you will be probably saying, "Oh, we're in over half an hour. We haven't started the second one yet. We're about to now. We were just watching the prequels." So, if you're ready and you've got your disc ready to go, please press 1 in the chat. We're finally going to get this watch along now done. I hope you're enjoying it. And as I said, I still have a lot of stuff to do. So I'll be going to bed. I'll be going to bed in a few hours because I want to get up early in the morning. So
we'll probably be going to bed just before Christmas.
So I'm just I've got, as I said, I've got stuff to prep now, so and other stuff to do. So yeah, I've got the ham on, as I said. So we got a couple of ones in the chat. I reckon we should just get the show on the road. Just one more thing, actually, I just want to say, because our name's being brought up. But the Radio Times and all you other media news outlets need to let it go. Okay? Mandip Gill is not going to be part of the RTD era. Okay? So you can stop with your stupid polls and you can stop with your stupid articles trying to push this, because it ain't happening.
Yeah, I think generally, Noel, I think, they backed the wrong horse and they lost the race.
And now they're trying to play face. But listen, forget about these are stupid articles, right? No amount of polls from these little shills is going to convince RTD to take an actress that, in my belief, belongs in Hollyoaks and should have stayed there. Doesn't belong in Doctor Who. Doctor Who is above her pay grade. She's not that actress. End the story, just like Jodie Whittaker wasn't. So leave it out. Not happening. And John Bishop, RTD could look at him, but again, I would say no. He has to get rid of this stench of this era, and he must move on with different actors and actresses. And then maybe one day, then you can bring whoever you want back, but not right now. No, never happening in a million years. Right, gloom, fucking.
Okay, you want to get ready to push more buttons?
Go for it.
Okay then, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Push that button!
There we go.
So we've got a bit of snow in the sky there, in space, I think. Which is a bit stupid looking, I have to admit. But England in 1842.
Yeah. I'm not
why is the audio description? Why does this always happen with the later episodes?
I don't know. Yeah. I don't want to know what country were ravaging in 1842.
You were all over the place at that stage.
Everywhere like parasites. Yeah. Oh well. Oh, it's set Ian McKellen. as a snowman. It's his best role. Gandalf the snowman.
50 years later.
Hey, look, it's the Ninth Doctor, or is it?
See, he could have played the Doctor.
He did technically, but they
Yeah, I
changed
know.
it.
I mean, properly in a proper Russell T. He could play the Doctor. Like, I think he has that. He's the caliber of actor. I like him actually very much. I love most of his movies.
Yeah. Have you seen Screen of the Shalka?
Yeah, I have that there. I have
not
that
bad.
there. Yeah,
It's
it's not
good.
too bad. But Richard E. Grant could play, in my opinion, could play the Doctor. He could actually play a version of the Master, actually.
Yeah. That'd be a good idea as well. I think they made him Dr. Simeon. I think the Great Intelligence got bored of Yetis, so he started using snowmen instead.
The Rose and Crown.
Yeah.
The Rose.
Rose and Crown, yeah.
But obviously it's referencing the War of the Roses and stuff like that, folks.
Yeah. It's cool, Clara.
There she is.
It's fun, Clara. It's the Clara we wanted but never got.
In fairness, she looks well in that get-up.
Yeah. Emo Doctor. Go back to my Tardis to sulk.
Jesus Christ, Sadako. I remember I was in Pwllheli, Wales when that movie dropped.
Oh.
My auntie had booked a Christmas in Wales, in Pwllheli, for some weird reason. They just wanted to get out of Ireland for Christmas and do something different. And my uncle was supposed to go, but he got sick. Now, nothing too serious, obviously, at the time. But there was an extra boat ticket. So they rang my mum up and I ended up going to Wales. And the only cinema that was in Pwllheli was open. And guess what they were showing? Spice World, the movie.
Yeah.
And my cousin went to watch it. It was funny.
I think I was just going to college when they released Spice World, the movie.
She was a damn fine barmaid. Clara was multi-talented in this episode.
Great,
I like this version of Clara. That's the Clara we really should have got. And not because, she looked well in the get-up. It's because the character here, this is the best version of Clara, I think.
Yeah, I think Moffat wanted to confuse everyone. We thought this was the Clara you could get, but you got a completely different Clara. But I just like this Clara better, though. Paternoster gang. Or is that Dr. Simeon? Oh no, it's a Paternoster.
Who would win, Clara, or Clara? Oh, Jesus, there's so many bleeding Claras. But I think if you're asking me, I think Victorian Clara would, because
she was the best, yeah.
Because think about her, right? She was a barmaid, looking after her family's kids and all. She was very resourceful. Like, this is the thing. Clara was
this version, the music.
This music. I have I know. Why is it different on the DVDs? That annoys me, that does. Even his face is showing. Like, this is annoying me. They get different. We didn't get this in the UK and Ireland. We got the normal one. Like, we didn't even get the snowmen the way it is like this. What the hell, man? Look, I didn't mind Souffle Girl version of her either. But again, that main Trey, she was intelligent, right? That's what I loved about Clara. She wasn't just, as people would call her, a pretty face. There was actually something about her character.
Yeah.
Like, what a weird thing to say to someone. Like, you just go up to their gaff, by the way, that swimming pool, it's ours.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's Jenny.
Yeah. I was going a bit Avengers.
Yeah, I did like this suit on her though, man, and
Yeah.
she kicks ass here.
Yeah.
I like the way Jenny's character was developed.
Yeah. I would have preferred Jenny to Series 8 Clara, I think. Just did not like Clara in Series 8. She wasn't too bad in Series 7, but 8, oh. Yeah. True, Sadako, true.
Because it won't make a difference.
Mr. Sulky on the cloud.
Ooh.
Just Strax. It's just.
Do you know what? I would have loved to see it personally, but I would have loved to see an adventure with Strax.
Oh,
in the
God,
Doctor.
yeah.
That would have been just one-off adventure within the series where they had to, where he needed Strax's specific help for
Yeah.
to do something.
Yeah. He made Deep Breath watchable, Strax.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just. He's like Mr. Worf, but he's just terrible, if you know what I mean. If Worf in Star Trek was totally incompetent, it'd be Strax.
Like, I mean, Strax is right to a certain extent, you know? Like, it's Killer Snow there, Doctor, and, like, are we just gonna, like, come on. Yeah, the universe does care, Doctor, but you care. No, sorry, the universe doesn't care, Doctor, but you care. That's
Yeah.
your problem. Silence, boy. Silence, girl.
They don't have sexes, do they? Or genders or
No,
something.
no, it's just like. But do you remember a time when nobody was giving out about that?
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
say, so everybody just took it as what it was, comedic time and an element, you know.
Yeah, this was like Christmas 2013. Yeah, no one cared about it back then.
Yeah.
Good
We
time.
weren't just saying it because we were trying to say something, you know. It's just,
Yeah.
oh, the memory worm. Oh yeah. In fairness, the spin-off with Strax would be good, but they wouldn't do it. And remember, Strax was kind of like, yes, he was introduced into the RTD era, but Moffat kind of took him and did something different with him. So it's a Moffat creation kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I would love to see a spin off with him and Jenny and Vastra. I did at the time, and I won't lie.
God, what's
I think it would have worked along with the Sarah Jane Adventures. Look at the worm. But of course, the worm, little did we know that later on in the series, then when she's with Peter Capaldi, that he puts his hand in for the worm, remember? Same memory worm. So he must have kept the memory worm. Oh.
God, I love this. This was the good old days.
See, I wouldn't mind snowmen like that. Scare the shit out of the kids' Christmas.
He just came out very David Tennant there where he goes, well, stop.
Ah, yeah, they were mad. The feminists didn't like Moffat. To be honest with you, yeah. But you see how clever this Clara was.
Yeah, she was.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Bloody Strax.
He's just a chick, isn't he? Like, for
he's
Sontaran,
useless.
like, he's the dumbest fucking Sontaran. Now, I have to be honest, there's some fan artwork of this particular scene where the TARDIS is up in the sky, and it's brilliant, the fan artwork. I do love this, but this is typical Moffat right now. This is what he's good at, the fairy tale and fantasy element.
Yeah.
I won't knock him for it. His special should have been better, but this is definitely one of his best ones. Definitely.
Yeah.
If not the best Moffat Christmas special, actually.
Yeah. For any people going, oh, well, how was that suspended in the sky? It's probably an extension of the TARDIS.
Yeah. But how she was, in fairness, able to jump up and actually grab the ladder, though, still kind of. But still.
Yeah. These remind me of those old adventure games, you know. You need to find the umbrella to pull a ladder down, visible ladder down.
Like, what a master stroke getting Jenna Coleman as well. I mean, she'd left Emmerdale, and you know, she look at. I've watched Emmerdale. I used to watch it back in the day, and I watched it when she was in it. And she's a brilliant actress. That's why she's went on to do other brilliant stuff. But this was a master stroke getting her in.
Yeah.
But I think
Moffat in chaos at the moment, by the way.
I will say this: Moffat had a bit of an obsession with the character, not Jenna, obviously, because that's a bit weird.
Obsessed with Clara.
But he did get obsessed with Clara. And I think he had an idea what he wanted to do. See, again, with Moffat, it was great ideas on paper. But just because you have a great idea on paper doesn't necessarily mean that it translates well on
Exactly.
screen.
Yeah.
But
Too true.
this episode though here is a perfect example where it looks good on paper and then you do it. I mean, look at that scene where she's walking up the roundy ladder and then the backdrop. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look
It's
at
a
the
brilliant
whole of
shot.
London there. Look at that shot. Like, that's what Moffat is great at. This is the fantasy element. This is the, you know.
He was very good at that fantasy element.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what drew the Harry
very
Potter
good
crowd in.
into the clouds. What more? And look, I mean, that's typical Moffat right there. This is why this is my favourite. I don't like the rest of his Christmas specials. Like, I tolerate them. But this is my favourite one of his. This is the one where I thought he actually got it spot on.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Imagine filming that scene. He would have had those machines, right? And then she's standing down on something. That would have been brilliant.
Machines, yeah. Probably smoke machines just in low level.
Or dry ice, maybe, to get that effect.
Yeah, smoke machines probably at a low level. They can use mist machines, but you have to have the floor of the studio very cold. Yeah, they use mist machines in Harry Potter. The studio tour, they went completely wrong and they had to remove them. Because it just made the floor slippy and everyone kept falling over. So it wasn't good for the guests, apparently. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I know not only people like the Christmas Carol, but it was very fantasy though.
Yeah, but I think this one is better.
This is much better.
I don't mean to go down hard on A Christmas Carol, right?
Yeah.
I know it's a lot of people's favourite, but I just couldn't buy into the whole. I know you're not really supposed to take it seriously, but at the same time, like, you're not supposed to take certain elements of this story seriously. Like, the Strax stuff is just out of tongue cheek, but the rest of it, it's serious. Like, there's still a serious thing going on, even though it's a Christmas episode. It's got that bit of fantasy as well. So you got it right here. And this is where you find out more about Clara now. So we have night time she works as a barmaid. And then like, even the confidence that Jenna Coleman had.
Yeah.
You could tell she had the confidence for this. No, don't be doing that. Don't be teasing. Yeah, look, that's why I don't like Clara Unknown. But look, you can't deny that here. She was actually good, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was typical back then, though. If a army man's wife died, he'd always get an old governess in because he just didn't know how to be a father. Like,
yeah, there's a book about it, isn't there? There's a story about a governess. They did it in Star Trek Voyager. Can't remember which one. A famous book. Can't remember the author. It's a Dickensian story, though, so. Yay, Clara's fame. It's a normal voice.
That actually, when the nanny comes in ice form, that's actually very good scene and stuff. It's actually very well done. See, again, clever. And then she goes to the doctor.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll use a ladder.
Yeah, I have the kettle on, folks. As I said, I'm multitasking here. I've got the ham on.
Yeah.
As I said, as soon as this is over, I'm off because I have to do the white stuffing. She can't have onions and garlic and stuff like that. So I have to make a special stuffing up tonight so it's prepped for tomorrow. And I've got other bits and pieces to do. So then the main job really is to cook the turkey. All the other elements will be ready to go. That's how I like to do it. So I'm not, like, I will be rushed off my feet, but I won't be as bad as if I was to do everything tomorrow. Do you get me? So the things that I can get done tonight, I'll get done. Now, I'm not cooking the stuffing, but I'm prepping it ready to go for tomorrow. Stuff like that. So I've got the old streaky rashers, the sausage meat, the breadcrumbs, and all the herbs and stuff for Cheryl's one. Vastra's hot for Clara. No, I don't think she was. I know there was a little cheeky line, but I don't. Nah, she definitely loved Jenny, but I think she was taken aback by Clara's beauty. Because look at Clara, it's in the eyes with Jenna Coleman.
Yeah.
Look at her eyes.
Yeah.
Like, she's like Matt Smith. Most of her acting is in the eyes as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Jane Eyre I was thinking of earlier. It's the second part of Jane Eyre. It's all based on.
Yeah.
It's a bit Jane Eyre, yeah. I don't want to call it Jane Austen, but it's Jane Eyre. Janeway Lambda 1 was the holodeck program for Star Trek Voyager.
I'll be back now. I'll just give us 2 seconds.
Okay. God, the music's good to this, though. Good old Murray Gold soundtrack to this one. Strangely enough, though, they didn't put it on the CD. They didn't put the new soundtrack on the CD. New opening. Kind of annoyed me a bit.
Like, I can actually get me turkey really, really juicy. You know, because not always some people buy a turkey and it's dry and stuff. Well, I have little tricks in the trade. that keep it very moist. Turkey is always actually moist. It's not really hard. People do all fancy stuff and yeah, it all helps, like putting butter on the skin and then putting streaky rashes and all of that. That does all work, but the most important part of cooking a turkey is actually basting it. You can baste it as often as you can without opening the oven every 5 minutes, obviously. But if you keep that well basted, that bird well basted, then you're good.
Yeah.
Then you take it out of the oven and, you let it soak in its own juices and baste it then. And then, obviously, then a few minutes before serving, just take it out of the juice because you don't want, obviously, let it just drain off and then cut it in.
Someone said pond.
So,
yeah. Yeah, you could always steam it, I guess. Have you ever had steamed chicken? No.
yeah, look, I know I don't like the skin on steamed chicken, but I have had steamed chicken. Steamed chicken.
NHS chicken, as I call it. Steamed chicken's awful.
Yeah, we have the goose fat for the roast potatoes as well, which is good. We've got some sprouts now as well that I have to prep. We've got the potatoes prepped. We've got the other veg prepped. Just to get the stuffing and put it in the fridge overnight then, so all the herbs and the ingredients that I put in and fuse into the stuffing.
Yeah. Just want a doctor to go, no shit there. Yeah. It's being a bad Sherlock Holmes.
Look at how intense this scene actually is.
Yeah. Bad. Granddad jokes. I love it. He's trying to do Moriarty and Holmes. It's from the 11th hour. He's gone.
Good You're the potato. Yeah, actually, he is. I should not have eaten last night's pizza. I've been feeling sick all day. Yeah, see, ordering fast food over the Christmas period is a bit dodgy, folks, because they know that people rely on curries and stuff like that. Because people don't want to be cooking leading up to Christmas, and they get their pizzas and chips like that. And sometimes they got a high amount of volume of orders that they try rush it all out. So that's why you're better off cooking. I know it's a pain in the arse, but I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Like, we did have a curry last week, but that was it because that we knew it was safe then. But to get a curry tonight would be suicide.
Yeah.
You'll be in the toilet all day tomorrow.
Yeah. I learned how to make nice chow mein. One thing I've done recently.
Yeah, it's been a while since I had a chow mein, actually.
Yeah.
I might order
I've always
next
wondered what
year.
the secret ingredient of chow mein is. Do you know what it is?
What is it?
Dark soy sauce. That's it.
Yeah, I love dark soy sauce though.
Just dark soy sauce. That's it. Got about a tablespoon of dark soy sauce, and all the noodles will turn that dark color. So it's really just bean shoots, noodles, and onion and dark soy sauce. That's it.
Yeah, he doesn't like you.
He doesn't like anyone in this episode, including Strax. It's not the doctor.
Oh,
That's a very bad weeping angel.
mhm, mhm.
I love this Murray Gold music.
Yeah.
So miss it. It's that good kind of juvenile that you miss.
Yeah, the doctor has to be a bit of a child sometimes as well, though.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. You know, he's supposed to connect with kids, adults, and everybody in between.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of refreshing, really. I know when you first watch this, you criticize it to death, and then when you watch it like 5 years later, it's like, my God, that was really good.
Mm.
Yeah. Requiem of a Doctor Who fan, I guess. Requiem of a Whovian, yeah. Or like Delta Development, you watch it again, someone explains it to you, you think, why did I like that?
No, he was. I love that though. Oh. The fact that he doesn't, he doesn't get the social cues. This doctor, he doesn't realize when he says something. It sounds
That's
bad.
being socially awkward.
It's
not
like
great.
when he jumped out of the cake
Yeah.
at Rory's bachelor
Yeah.
party.
Can't be with scum.
Of all of the things, because he fancied her, you know. But that was the thing about back then about British men. They never told the woman how they felt, and they let some other dude swoop in. Just tell her how you feel, man.
Yeah. I love it later on. They call Strax Scottish.
But again, now it's gotten into battle mode now, and Strax is in his battle mode. I love it. Please do not nuggy me during combat prep. And he
God, love
actually
it.
drank a glass of whiskey.
He's great as a doctor in this one.
Yeah.
Is this what happened to Mars?
Wasn't there a Captain Latimer on Mars as well, though?
I'm not too sure. Might have been.
Oh! There's the Doctor getting his kissy and
Yeah.
I do. I like sprouts. I know they can be a bit gassy,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's Christmas without some
God,
sprouts.
I hated them as a kid, but I love them now.
Yeah, same here. Same here. But I used to eat them as a kid because you were made to eat what was on the plate because,
Yeah.
families back then, you couldn't afford big, elaborate meals, so you had to eat
Yeah.
what you were doing.
It was rude not to.
That's the way to do it. 3 sprouts is my limit, says Sadako. Jesus, I can imagine you on Christmas Day. Now, don't just put 3 sprouts on me plate.
This one's getting perfect.
See what I mean? That's typical Moffat, though. That's his little trait. There is. There, his little fucking Mary Poppins thing there. I like the way he's done the Tardis there.
Oh, I love this. This is my favourite console room from the new era. just love this TARDIS. It
I
just looks like a
just love the
spaceship
way-
again.
I just love the way she stopped mid-sentence
Yeah,
and then he just switches it all on.
yeah. Just looks like a spaceship again, if you know what I mean. This one.
Just please, RTD, get the console right this time because you didn't
Yeah.
the last time.
Not a junkyard, mate. We want a console room.
Like, don't get me wrong. I know people liked RTDs when I didn't, and I'm not going to change my opinion. Just
It
because I
suited
don't
the
like
Doctor,
it.
but it wasn't the greatest console room.
Yeah, it's smaller on the outside. She said the opposite.
Yeah. I love how big this console room was.
See, souffles. See,
There you go,
see.
Love the Gallifreyan around the doorway as well.
You see, Clara is clever. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That was the thing, man. But you see, this is the thing when it all started off in when he met Souffle Girl and stuff. So it's the key.
Don't get it.
She gets overwhelmed then.
He really thinks that's his Clara.
He's lost another one again.
Keeps losing Claras. Too late.
The woman who fell to earth, says Sadako. Exactly. She is. But look at how pretty she fell. That actually happened, believe it or not. There's a famous photograph of an actress that threw herself off a building in I think it was New York or something, and she landed on the roof of a car. And the way she landed, they even said it was the most beautiful looking death photo, if you get me. I know that's weird to say, but it just the way she'd landed and all on her face, it just.
Yeah. We're going to need another Clara. Just right.
He always loses in people.
Yeah.
You'd be gutted for him.
Yeah.
Exactly, actually. Though.
Yeah.
Trying to find something to eat, LOL. Yeah, I haven't had anything to eat at all yet because I've been prepping all the other stuff. So I haven't actually sat down to consider what I'm going to have to actually put in my body now for food-wise. And then a few hours from now, I'll be in bed because I'll have everything done.
Yeah, you're picking all day. It's Christmas Eve.
Tomorrow is when I really pig out, you know.
Yeah.
The lead up, I don't eat as much.
He really wants to take it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I just missed his marigold music so much.
Yeah. This is Clara's theme, isn't it?
Yeah. It's when you first really hear it, you hear a kind of rendition of it in the Silent of the Daleks, but this is when you really start hearing Clara's theme.
I love this scene though. Here we go.
Yeah.
Right, the bow tie. Music kicks in.
I think it's kind of the height of the Matt Smith era.
He means business.
Yeah.
What is Ted having for Christmas dinner? Well, we've decided to give him a bit of turkey with some vegetables to keep it, with no gravy though, because, you know, gravy is bad for him. But you'll have a little bit at Christmas dinner, but we try to keep him on the healthy dog food and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
But he'll join us because, yeah, he is our baby. So, I mean, if we're going to have Christmas dinner, it's just give him a little bit. He won't have stuff in our aunt like that, you know.
No. Speaking of stuffing, God, I'm going to have the farts tomorrow night.
No, it never happens with me with my stuff. And actually, I have to be honest, the sprouts will probably give me a bit. Sometimes it depends, like, you know. See, very clever. Yeah, people like the outsides and stuff like that. But you know what? I can't be asked, to be quite honest with you. I know people have prawn cocktails and stuff like that, but I just like to have the dinner. Fuck that starter shit. The dinner just be fucking big enough. You don't need any of that. I mean, we got a couple of mini Christmas puds as well. I used to hate them as kids.
It's the worm again. Zombie Simeon.
Uh,
Uh-oh.
no.
Yep, well.
He knew straight away, though.
Yeah.
Even before he tasted it.
Yeah. Tears. He should resurrect her as zombie Clara. This is one of the reasons why the Doctor resurrects her. Seen her dived, yeah.
That's what it was all about, though. Run, because he
Yeah.
stopped running. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
I just love that because he just came to the realization that that's what he is. Yeah, he'll lose people along the way, but
Yeah.
he's got to carry on. That's his job.
Yeah.
This is where he sees the gravestone, though, and then again
Yeah.
it pops into his head. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, this is where Moffat was so good with this episode.
Yeah.
And this is what makes him want to go to find out who she is. Well, no, but you see, that's the Clara we didn't want, you fucking idiot.
No, I don't want that. We wanted Victorian Clara.
Do 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 boo 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 boo. Right, let's see if there's a trailer. I don't think there was. We'll just say.
They're using the sounded music for the end credit today.
Woo! Coming soon, told you. Oh, for fuck's sake. Some good episodes in this. Who are you? Oh, yeah. There you go. There you go. And that's it. That's it. So, you know, yeah, absolutely brilliant. So, PD, do you want to give your rating for this Christmas special?
Yes, I give that one a very strong 9. It's not exactly the what do you call it, the last one, the Voyage of the Dam, but I really do enjoy that one. I think it kind of started off Series 7 Part 2, and I really enjoyed Series 7 Part 2 is probably my favourite part of Matt Smith's tenure as a Doctor. I just thought it got stronger and stronger. I love the new TARDIS. I do prefer Victorian Clara, though, to the Clara we got.
Yeah.
But it is. I give it a strong 9. I think it was a very good episode. It's kind of how I wanted the kind of Matt Smith's Doctor Who to go, but it took a long time to get there. Yeah.
So, I agree with you. Listen, folks. It's Stephen Moffat's best. So with that said, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I do like this. It's like this episode made Clara's character very interesting, and we thought we were gonna get something amazing. Unfortunately, we didn't. But you know, Victorian Clara all the way. And I still say justice for Victorian Clara, but we never will get any.
No,
she did. And that's just the end of that.
She dead.
Well, yeah, come on, PD. Come on.
Yeah, I just said no. This was it. Family Guy. Oh, she dead.
That's it. That's it. Right, but look, that's it because we got half an hour until it's officially Christmas, and I have to go now. I've got prep to do.
Yeah.
I'm not hanging about. I'm just going to head PD, right? But listen, just before we do go, because I know we normally have a conversation, but I really can't. I've got
buddy.
To do. So what I'll say is to you is Merry Christmas and listen. Hope you have a good one and enjoy it.
You too, buddy. You too.
And I'll see you over the Christmas period anyway, folks. As we do. But I'll let you know pretty soon tomorrow whether we'll be doing that or whether I'm just too tired to actually do that and might just chill. But be back Boxing Day, as they say in the UK, or St. Stephen's Day here for the Christmas invasion. So you have a couple of days to get that ready. The Christmas invasion. So don't forget. So with that, folks, enjoy our Christmas. Have a good one. And we will see you, as I said, over the Christmas. I hope you've enjoyed these two episodes. Say I don't hate Doctor Who. I actually like some stuff.
Yeah.
See? So
I like some of the stuff I used to hate. So there we go.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's had the opposite effect, the old Chibnall
Yeah.
area too. But we leave it there, folks. Have a good one. Stay safe. Look after yourselves. Stuff use our faces and enjoy. It's been a tough year, so everybody try and enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I will see you very, very soon. Good night, folks. Have a good one. God bless and Merry Christmas.
See ya.